Yo, yo, yo. What's good, Passport Bro? Sound check, sound check. Let me know if y'all can hear me out there. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me out there. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me out there. Let me do some checks real quick. I see somebody is on. Okay. Appreciate that, John. Appreciate that, John. So yeah, today, you know what I mean. So we're gonna do a versus of the dating coaches versus the passport bros. I got QB passport flexing in the background, and you know what I mean. We're just gonna get to it. If anybody want to pull up, you know what I mean, during the stream, I'm gonna drop the link shortly, and I'm gonna bring them up, and then you know I'm gonna address some haters, man. You know, I've been getting some feedback, you know, some haters out there. So, you know what I mean? I'm gonna talk about that too. But today's show, we're gonna compare resumes. You know what I mean? We're gonna compare resumes. So without further ado, let's get to it.
Yeah. Got the flight book, it's a library. I'm in the deal. Just took a flight to Bora and foreign cars like foreigners. Berry on her. Up in France, bitch, bonjour. I been come to go so we going Paris tomorrow. Only Paris we carry, spin at the mall. We doing the same alone. My diamonds be saying, add some more change. That's the same alone. Dripping all the way from home and taking the wrong. Got the flight book, it's a library. We ain't flying solo. Tune in to the show. It's the Passport Bros. No excuse entertainment. Jay Slay on the show. Turn it up some more. It's the Passport Bros.
Yo. What up?
What's cracking, fam? What's good?
Man, just chilling, man. Friday night, man. You know what I mean? Ready to talk some shit, man. How about you? How you doing, bro?
Doing great, man. You know, happy to be on this panel. You know, football's back. Got a great workout today. So yeah, let's start cooking. You know what I'm saying?
All right, cool. Since this is my first time I'm having you on, man, you know, tell people who you are and about your channel and a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, no doubt. QB Passport Flexin is the YouTube. Instagram, it is QB Willie B _ basically coming into the game, you know, new passport bro. Used to be somewhat of a pickup artist in the States, you know, clubbing Thursday through Sunday, you know, hitting Hollywood, Vegas, Orange County, Scottsdale, Arizona, SD, and basically come to realize that, hey, you know, life in the West, you know, life in the Matrix is long term. It's just it's not worth it compared to overseas living. Um, you know, I first got my first taste of Mex treatment probably about 5 years ago. Mexicali, realized that it was super lit. That very next year, went to Colombia and kind of had the Dan Bazarian experience. And then after that, going to Guadalajara, it's just like, nah. Trying to holler at girls in the States, clubbing, the whole Bumble Tinder thing just went to wayside after having that experience in other countries. So my channel is basically to motivate guys to get their passports and let them know that they have options. You know, you can have the girlfriend experience, non-pro. You can do the pay for play. You know, the swinger scene is huge in Mexico. The parties are lit. So whatever you feel like doing, it's all available on the platter. I'm like a restaurant, and I'm the server, and here's the menu of options. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, cool. Are you stateside now, or are you overseas?
I'm in between. So right now I am stateside, but at the end of the month I'll be in San Carlos, Sonora. I'll be out there for 7 days. Another vacation coming up, and that's going to be on the channel as well.
Okay, cool. So yeah, man. So I know you had seen like the video I had did initially, man, just kind of saying like um the end of dating coaches, man, rise of passport bros, man. And a lot of people have been talking about it, man. Like the writing is on the wall, man. Like what was your initial thoughts of that?
Yeah, so I just kind of feel like these dating coaches, they want to attack passport bros, and we're really being defensive. Like no one's really going at them really really hard besides a couple of black pillars that I know. But now it's like they want to put emphasis on, we're weak, um, the whole game thing, and it's like you got to show the receipts. Like if you're gonna be legit in this realm, you got to pull up with the receipts. Otherwise, don't even really mention us at all like that. And so I feel they're they see us as a threat, and none of these dating coaches would challenge us to a debate. We can have a debate, but it would be embarrassing, kind of like how you saw with AMS hopping on that panel, and Andre gave him the business.
Yeah. Yep. I seen that, man. And he really didn't, like you said, he just really couldn't combat that. You know what I mean? His thing was just more. Let me know if you can hear me because my signal looks low.
Yeah, you were a little choppy, but I heard you. I heard you.
Yeah. So AMS, he was pretty much saying like they're trying to say, give it a chance to go overseas. And he like, I'm pretty much having my fun here. So it's like I don't really see the need to do it. You know what I mean? He kept trying to say like these ethnicities is in the United States. And I mean, if you could pull them fine. You know what I mean? But overseas traveling is just another option. And what the dating coaches didn't want to give them that option. They wanted to give them options to pretty much focus on the US.
Right. Yeah, focus on the US where, to me, and I'm not dissing, women here stateside, but these are your options. You got women that are overweight, you got the feminists, you got the single moms, the women that are in debt, and then a combination of the four that I just mentioned. That's pretty much the product. It's like you're going to the store, which product do you want? And these are your options. And to me, it's like, yo, I'd rather go
Right.
shop at another store to where I can get something fresh, better, healthier, and without, it being detrimental to me.
Who besides AMS, I mean, I know there was a lot of haters. Who else was like some of the bigger passport bro haters out there?
Oh, Lucario's a big one, bro. He's a big fish, man. I think he's blocked me and BMT on his channel. Um, he would never debate. There's actually about a year ago, and I have the link to this, and guys can probably check it out. I'll leave it in the comments section after the stream. But we had a debate, Lucario, myself, Mr. 1950, Steve the Dean, and some other like sorry old pickup artist against the Black Pillars, and we gave them the business on Tony Bruno's stream, which he's in the white manosphere. And since then, Lucario was like, yo, if QB ever comes on a panel, I'm not debating that guy. And I gave him the facts. I'm just like, look, bro, you're in an open marriage, not a relationship, marriage. Your girl is getting cream pie by other guys, and you have to come home to that, whether you like it or not. Like, what type of game is that? Honestly,
Right.
I mean, I heard of open relationships, which AMS claims that he's in an open relationship, but it's like, okay, you have this stateside product that you're not willing to travel, but yet you never talk anything about your chick, AMS. I mean, is this a
Right.
girl that's making over 100K a year? That's a super baddie, and that's just on you like 24/7. Like you gotta hide her, just like how everyone else hides their receipts. And Lucario, bro, trust me, like he's with fives and below. I've seen the women that he's been with, and not impressed at all.
See, this is the thing they don't understand, right? You know what I mean? So they pretty much try to coach men to not deal with bullshit, to recognize
Hmm.
bullshit and to not deal with bullshit. But for a lot of, I would say a lot of guys that I know travel, you know what I mean? They really didn't have problems like picking up women. You know what I mean? They recognized the bullshit and they just said, I don't want no more parts of it. You know, when
Hmm.
like when I lived in Houston when I lived in Houston, Texas, for example, right? Like
Right.
I lived in like 5 major cities. I lived in Chicago, I lived in New York, um, Philadelphia, in Houston. So Houston, like that was probably the city where I probably like smashed the most chicks. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just bad. Like I probably smashed almost more badder chicks than I have overseas as far as like black chicks is concerned. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Right.
the problem was that I got tired of just running. I just got tired of just going on dates, smashing, spending $100, $200 on dates, smashing. And sometimes I didn't go out on dates, but I just it was just repetitive. And I was just like, you know, man, I want to slow down and settle down and, maybe have a kid and get married.
Right.
And in Houston, they really wasn't trying to settle down like that. So that's why I kind of felt like if I want a chick that's really trying to settle down, especially young, you know what I mean? Like I gotta more likely expand my options. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we all done. I know you done picked up plenty chicks and been on plenty chicks in Cali. You know,
Bro, my ex-girl is an ex-fitness model, and I can pull them receipts up, no
right,
problem. Like these dudes, it's like, lately what I get is these dudes are so jealous because, I admit on my channel, like, yeah, I do pay to play as an option,
right,
here and there, sparingly. Whereas you have some of these dating coaches, they admit to um, being on sugar daddy websites, and that should cost like $100 a month. So like,
right.
why pay a sugar daddy website 100 a month when I can go to Tijuana and get you know 100 is going to get you a baddie like off top. You know what I'm saying? Where you ain't got to fish, and then they're claiming that, oh, they don't pay these girls from a sugar daddy website. It's like, yeah, right, bro.
Man, and like shout out. I mean, and like it's some channels that I do like Fresh and Fit. Like they spit some game, but it's like, bro, like y'all, like it's an easy answer. Like get your passports and travel. Like y'all spend it, and I mean, I get the business model, but at the same time, it's just like these guys are still calling. These guys been watching Fresh and Fit for months. And this guy
Hmm.
still call these guys still calling in like, man, I got this chick pregnant. I was simping. Like they still fumbling. So it's like what y'all saying ain't registering. Like once you go overseas, especially if you hit a couple countries and figure out what your favorite spot is, like you're gonna realize, like, man, I've been wasting too much time and too much money in the States.
Right, right, right. And then realize that you're the advantage. What these dating coaches are not being honest is going overseas, having the advantage. you're not going to want to give up that power. When I go, like, I'll be honest, Mexico, there really isn't a huge black population in Mexico at all. Like, you have to go to Acapulco area, uh, maybe some parts of Oaxaca, which I really haven't explored yet. But there are a lot of, light skinned Latinas. They've never seen black men at all. And we're talking about a country, I think Mexico's over 35 million people.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing this, going down there, you're in a winning position. And for me, like, I don't know how tall you are, no excuse, but I'm 6'4".
I'm
So
6'3".
okay, there you go. So, like, a lot of girls still think that I'm a professional basketball player for, like, the local professional basketball team in Mexico. So why not have that as my advantage compared to here? I'm just a typical brother. You know what I'm saying?
No, exactly, man. And this is the thing, right? Like, if me and you, like, so people that don't know, like, QB Passport Flex, and like him at the Mexico expert. You know what I mean? At least as far as the people, the brother that I know that Trump, the Columbia, expert. So if we was to do a group trip and have some quote unquote incels, they would definitely appreciate what we would show them versus what some dating coaches would show them in the US.
Right.
Let me know if you heard me.
Yeah, I heard you. I heard you. Yeah, like, for example,
Let's see.
are you there? You there?
I
Yo,
can hear you.
yo.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can hear you.
So, like, for example, if we were to take an incel, which I think we got to be careful saying that word on the stream, like incel, the R word, which is grape, um, and I don't know. But anyways, if we were to take a guy that's getting little to no play and we take him overseas, we can guarantee him he can get something. And the reason is because, pay to play is the option. The problem is a lot of these dudes, they look down on that, but they don't realize, okay, you can still approach local women, but you can get this right away to get this out of the way, because the more you try to learn quote unquote game, which is something I don't believe in, because I just believe that female attraction's based on looks. And as long as you're not socially awkward, like, you're good. But if you still want to meet local women, you take care of your sexual needs, you're not going to be frustrated. You're not going to be paying a dating coach a consulting fee of $1,000 an hour just so he can hear your problems and then laugh at you. You're not going to be doing that. You're going to be like, oh, okay, I need to get on the next trip. How much is this flight? How much is this Airbnb? Let's do it. You know, that's it. All the information is free with self-improvement. To get your money right, to get your body right, and you need to get right mentally. That's it. This is not rocket science. That most women are attracted to guys that are fit, um you know decent genetics,
Right.
and that's all you need to know. But they make it seem, oh, you got to do this cold approach, you got to do that, you got to go to the mall, you got to set up your Tinder, your Bumble, you got to get this program here to get all these likes. And if they were really doing their job,
Right.
we wouldn't have a problem with the ink cells increasing at alarming rate. guys wouldn't be virgins at 32 years old. Like,
Right.
if this was really true.
And this is the thing I've been wanting to bring up in like some of these panels I've been on. You know, a lot of people talk about game. And what I want to say is like game is an American thing. Like all the countries I've been to, when a man approaches a woman, it's just a regular hello, how you doing? It's no trying to make jokes or trying to like a pickup line. Like that is American thing. So it shows like how advanced and how ignorant some people that don't travel be is because like, oh, if you don't got game in the US, then you ain't gonna have game overseas. You don't need game because women don't need to be seduced verbally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They just want you to be polite and respectful. You know what I mean? So it's just like the fact that you got to go the extra mile to get a less attractive woman. You know what I mean? It's just no deal behind that, man. You know. So what have been I would say the outcomes of let's say people that came to Mexico for the first time and maybe you showed them the ropes and they was maybe a little apprehensive or you know maybe you didn't really believe what you were saying. What was their I would say testimony after, you know what I mean, you showed them, you know, parts of Mexico?
Right. So I'm happy you asked that question because on my next video that I'm going to be posting, I got a dude that reached out to me that found me from BMT and he lived in Southern California. So he was like, yo, QB, like put me on Mex, give me that Mex treatment. And so I laid it out for him. I'm like, look, you want to hit Mex, and this is for everyone watching and listening. You want to do Baja California, which is basically Tijuana, Rosarito, Ensenada during the summer. If you guys still believe that you want, you know, to, I hate to use the word saying pick up a local girl, but if you believe that you can get a girl, but you also want to have that option to pay to play, that is the perfect area. Okay. Summertime, Papa's and Beer, it is lit, which is the largest beach club in the West Coast. There was the baby performed out there, and my guy, he went 2 for 2. He had a girl from Yuma, Arizona, and then he also had another chick from Riverside, California. They were both solid 7s, you know, I would give them. And I'm going to post the receipts on that. Like, we didn't even need to go hit the strip club. But he was just amazed, like, wow, the girl to guy ratio is lit. We didn't even need to pop bottles, you know. And he realized, okay, this is a lot better compared to playing in the stateside. So, yeah, those receipts are coming in the next video. I have a few other like travel brothers where they hit me up. I didn't like go with them to these places, but they also did good too. My boy Bacchus, and you know, yeah, you know, I'm gonna keep it real. This is before I started YouTube. He went out there with me to Mazatlan, which is a very underrated beach town. Very underrated, like Mazatlan. You know, it's a good vibe of locals and tourists, but mainly locals. He also went 2 for 2 out there. He met a girl off of Tinder. Well, no, he met 2 girls off of Tinder. And then one of the girl had a friend. He put me on a friend. I was able to do my thing with the friend. So guys can have success if they know how to move and they know the people to like put them on. With these dating coaches, you notice they would never, you know, take a client under their wing and say, look, I'm going to go with you to this place, that place, right, and put you on. If they do that, you're going to be paying like $5,000.
and you still might not get no action. You probably won't get no action in the US. You can't guarantee action in the U.S. You can't guarantee that.
Right. It's like, why would I pay $4,000 for Lucario to be a wingman or AMS to be a wingman? Like, why? You know, Steve Dean. Why would I pay him, that fat overweight dude to be a wingman? Like, for what? Miles Cunningham, the same thing. It's like, stop. But
Right.
that's how desperate these men are. And I don't think they know a lot about Passport Bros. Like we're still up and coming, and that's part of the reason why I created my channel, man. At first, I was just out there and flashing it on Instagram. But
Right.
now, when these dating coaches, because I'll challenge anyone on the white manosphere and the black manosphere, but it's like now when they can reference to see a channel, it's like, oh man, nah, we can't come at QB a certain way. We got to bring our A game. But even then, they're just gonna say, "Oh, all these girls are pros." That's their defense, bro. That's their
Man.
defense.
Some
Hmm.
things I can't really put on YouTube like I want to because
Right,
a
I
lot of
know.
guys got the receipts is just crazy. So just so y'all know in the audience, man. So QB Passport Flexing, what I mean, we've been in the same Facebook groups. And when I tell you he had some posts that had me like, man, Mexico is different than what I imagined. Like this is he coming, you know what I mean? Like make sure y'all sub to his page. His link is hyperlinked in the title. But make sure y'all sub to his page because if anybody interested in Mexico, he's the go-to guy. He's been to not just the regular Tijuana and maybe
Right,
like Cancun or Tulum. Like he's in the weeds in Mexico. You know what I mean?
right,
So he's the go-to guy.
right, right. I'm gonna put my channel. Hold on, right here, so you can put it in the chat. Yeah, and my thing is just like, look, I live in the West Coast, so Mexico is just too big of a territory for me to overlook. To be like, all right, I just rather go here, I rather go there. I love Colombia. I need to get back out there. You know, but it's good to have options locally. And bro, I'm able to fly out of Mexico very cheap, bro. We're talking $25 flights to Cancun, dog. I can't even Uber to the club for $25. So why do I need to play this game? Seriously?
Man,
I'm
I'm
going to
telling you,
I'm going to Cabo San Lucas, which is probably the second best beach in Mexico for $33 round trip, bro. 33 in October. Halloween weekend, I'm out there.
wow. Yeah,
Stupid
man.
deals.
Yeah, he's the Mexico expert. I mean, you posted some chicks that was like baddies. I seen him with like regular chicks and like the viewpoint he showed of Mexico. Like I used to live in Texas, so my view of
Mhm.
Mexicans was like, short, you know what I mean, just not really like model-esque. But he showed like Mexican, like man, like bad, like you was probably in Spain or something like that.
Yes, yes, yes. And a lot of dudes, they don't know, man. It's kind of like the hush hush secret because
Mhm.
I understand a lot of brothers are from like the South and the East Coast. So yeah, they have that conceived notion that these Mexican women are kind of SpongeBob built. But when you go into Mexico, they're a totally different breed. We're talking girls that literally can pass for white girls. You have redhead Mexicans. You have Mexican girls, blonde hair, blue eyes, curvy, thick. Um, you also have the morenas, which is like in Veracruz. Like I got this nice morena, like nice fat ass, curvy hips, and she's like, "When you gonna come out here and see me? Like you need to come back out here." DMing me, photos of her on the beach, and it's like my plate is full. Like I already got a main, I got a main number two, and I only got like a little side piece. So it's hard for me to make the time, but I show it on the channel, and guys need to know like, hey, you can have this option, and every place is different. That's one thing about Mexico, I will admit. Every place is different. So a lot of dudes, they go to either Tijuana or Cancun the first time, and they get what I call the Mexican American experience. But if you want the real authentic Mexican experience, you got to go to Mexico City, Guadalajara, Monterrey. And then if you like beach, Mazatlan is awesome. Acapulco's cool. Veracruz is a low key turn up city. Oh man, the nightlife is great. And then Culiacan, Sinaloa, which is where El Chapo's from, and everyone thinks that place is dangerous. But Culiacan, I swear to God, bro, baddies. Sinaloan women, oh, and they cool as fuck. A lot of them speak English. Like the promoters, they know us. They know me and Bach. Bach went to Culiacan, Sinaloa. Like they're like, yo, where's your big homie at, Bach? Yeah. We went to Republica. He'll tell you about that, man. We had an awesome time. Awesome time.
Wow. So I mean, I know some people be concerned about the crime and stuff like that, but is it as bad as what's reported?
No. Here's the thing. For the most part, it is fairly safe. You stay in decent areas, you're going to be okay. The women are not really trying to like rob you or drug you or anything like that. A lot of people don't know, but if a Mexican drugs an American, it's a federal offense. So like they're doing hardcore time. Whereas Colombia, I don't think they have that law. So for the most part, women are fairly cool, but obviously, when you're meeting a girl off of Tinder, um, you want to be cautious, but at the same time, as long as you're staying at a place where they have security, you have her ID information, and you want to bring her up, that's all you need to do for the most part. And then to meet local women, I would say majority of the country, you can do that with ease. Like Tijuana is really the main area for the mangoes in Mexico.
Okay. How does I would say the men welcome, what I mean? Because I've been to some countries where when they're not used to seeing us, they more like happy, embrace. They want to kind of be your friend. You know what I mean? They want to take care of you. Like, how does like the men of that country like interact with like you, for example? Like, were they cool?
Yeah. So the treatment is so unreal for me. It's almost like celebrity status. Like I remember being in Guadalajara. I went to the stall. Dude saw me or whatever, and he was like, "Oh man, you like Travis Scott?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, I see the Astro hat." He was like, "Hey man, I'm popping bottles upstairs. Like, if you want to come along and join us, like, no problem." Spoke fluent English, had mad girls there, and I ended up smashing one at the after party. And it's like, wow,
Wow.
yeah, like no hate. And then another one, and this is a true story. Uh, I was out in Guadalajara another time, and I had a table section, and it was me and another homie. And then the waitress gave us another bottle of tequila, and I'm like, "Hey, I didn't really order this. Like, what's going on?" She was like, "No, I came from that dude over there." So I was being generous and returned the favor. And dog, when we're talking about popping bottles, like we're $75, $60. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Nothing in the thousands. Nothing, nothing, nothing over 500 or anything like that. And I returned the favor. He told me to come over. He was like, "Look, man, we can do this all night." And this guy was actually with the cartels. He was with the Jalisco cartels. He was like, "Man, I just love to see you having fun in my country. Much appreciated. It's on me. It's on the house." Dude ended up paying my tab, bro. He
Man,
ended
that's
up paying. Yeah. So I can't speak ill on the men in that country. Like, come on, dog. Have you ever been in Houston and a random nigga's just gonna pay for your tab, dog? Like, for
hell
real?
no. Hell no. Hell no. But I kind of expected that though, man. I haven't been to Mexico yet. You know what I mean? But when I do go, I'm gonna definitely link with you. Uh, Somebody had a question. Mr. Dawkins, what up, bro? He said, "Do they have VIP sections in the places you club at? And if so, how much can someone expect to pay for a table or section?"
Yes, they do. Um, Man, I might have to bust out the receipts on the stream right now so y'all can really see how lit it is. But I'll do that right now.
All
Let
right.
me go to Google Photos so y'all can like somewhat see how it is. But you can literally get a section um, as cheap as they'll probably do a 2 bottle minimum if you're gonna go to a high end club for maybe less than 200. So you're looking at 3,500 pesos to 2,000 pesos, which is like 180 to 200. And it's lit, you know. Let me bring up something appropriate here because I do have some X-rated stuff.
Yeah,
Like I do have some stuff here that's like yeah, maybe fans only.
yeah. I know. I thought about it, like, man, I need to start an OnlyFans just so I can post my content, my old content that I can't put on.
You have a share screen.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to pop up.
Okay, yeah. Let me look for another one because this one's kind of not the most appropriate one either. But yeah, they're gonna take care of you. And the cool part about Mexico, you can take your bottle home. So here in the States,
Oh,
you're
yes.
you're you can't really do that. You can't take your bottle home.
Yeah,
But in
that's.
Mexico,
Oh,
you can. Is it like that in Colombia too?
yeah. You could walk out with your bottle.
Okay.
South Africa was the same way. I could walk out with my bottle.
Right. So it's like all these damn restrictions that we have here, um, and it's unnecessary, really.
Now I was gonna ask. So, have you ever seen the series Narcos?
Yes, I have.
So, I'm curious about something. So, like when they was in Mexico,
Here we go.
all right. Once I get it, I'll add it.
Yeah, sure. Should I do share screen or share video file?
Do share screen,
Okay.
so then I can see it on your screen. You
So,
doing?
so, oh, my bad. So go ahead. You were saying about Narcos.
Oh, okay, I see it right here. With
So
Narcos,
can you guys see this? Okay. Hold on. So that's a big ass bottle. Yeah, that's just huge. But that section right there, I mean, I went half with my boy, but that was like 300. And this club is Sutra in Guadalajara. Super baddies, like Vegas style, bro. Vegas style.
You answer this question real quick. What up, Alex? He said, you mentioned Acapulco. So have the cartels back away from there. I know for a while they were heavy in that city, pressing the hotels.
Yeah, Acapulco's cool. I'll probably make a video on that town as well. I was out there with one of my mains, and oh, this is really cool. The only thing I didn't like about Acapulco, they don't have Uber out there, so
Mm.
everything is taxi. So your Spanish has to be on point so you don't get ripped off. Thankfully, I was with my chick, so I didn't. But you know, the bus runs out there, so you can definitely take the bus to go to Acapulco to get around there.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, they don't have ride sharing in Acapulco. That's the only drawback. But I had some fire seafood out there. Like, oh my gosh, the seafood is great in Acapulco.
Man, I wonder how my Spanish would be out there because Mexicans speak a little fast. They speak a little faster, and they got a different accent.
This girl actually has a visa. She lived in California for a little bit. Super baddie. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I just haven't had the time to like go see her again. This is my main right here. So 22 years old, no kids,
Hold
no
on, can you zoom?
kids.
Can you zoom? Can you zoom in?
Yeah, there we go.
A little bit. Yeah, oof.
Yeah. 22, no kids, no kids. You know. Yeah. Right. That's the type of women you're gonna see in Guadalajara. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, me at the park, me at the Airbnb airport, but
I might have to do a stream like just on like receipts, like just guys showing their receipts that they feel comfortable showing, man. He said, what is this? OGIT 1917 said those Mexican blondies are hot.
Right. Let me get my other drink really quick. I'll be right back in 2 minutes. All right.
All right, go ahead. Man. Let me know if y'all been to Mexico. Anybody, put a one in the chat if you've been to Mexico. Mexico looked like it got some hitters. It looked like it got some hitters. You know what I mean? She looked like a Colombiana. Let's see. He said, yeah, I've been waiting to go back down there. I lived in California for 30 years. So I went down through Baja Cali to, and hold on, how you pronounce that? Encinitas. He said, I have some receipts from Nicaragua. Hey, man. Hit me up a lot, man. You know what I mean? I want to see it all, man. I want to show guys it all, man. I didn't make it to Nicaragua, but I made it to Belize. He said hidden gem. Okay. Man.
Right on.
Yeah, Shorty was bad, man. She looked like a Pisa with the long black hair and you know, they even though they like whiter tone, you can see that olive. They got that olive skin tone. Like Jessica Rabbit look.
Right. You know, so it's crazy. Like both of my mains, they're both from Jalisco. So that's why I say, you know, Guadalajara is a hidden gem. But whatever guys like Morenas, you got that over there in Mexico City as well.
So how was the casual dating? Like, how was the hookup culture there?
I would say for sure, Mexico City, Guadalajara is great. In Mexico City, you have a lot of Venezuelan girls out there, Colombian girls, Argentina. Like that place is literally like New York, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, literally like New York. It's good. It's kind of like whatever you want. You know, if you want a serious girlfriend, you can get a serious girlfriend out there. If you just want to be a player and have the casual dating experience, you can have that as well. Um, but I will say this: if guys are looking strictly to do P2P, Tijuana. That's really the only place. Like I go to like Mexicali, and I know how to get it for the low, the quality, and for the low. But you know, Mexicali is extremely hot. Like it's hot as hell out there. So I don't
Mm.
really recommend guys going there. They'd be like, "Damn, QB, I see the baddies out there in Mexicali. Like, you know, why are you telling me not to go there?" It's like, look, man, it's really hot. There's not a whole lot to do. So if you're coming all the way from the East Coast, you might as well be in cooler weather and stay in TJ, you know? But Mexicali's straight. And when I go back, the strip club owner was like, man, if you're a YouTuber, we'll set you up where you can do a live. We'll have all the girls there so you can
That'd be
promote
dope.
us.
That'd be
Yeah.
dope. That'd be dope. I thought about doing. Well, I ain't gonna say I thought, but that's something I want to do. Here in Colombia, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. That's dope, man. That's dope. So,
Right.
what was I gonna ask? So let's say like poverty. You know what I mean? So some people make some of the detractors will say, Mexico. You know, they poor and things like that. From what you showed me, it seemed like they got money over there.
They have money. They have legal money. Like, bro, you'd be surprised. I met some cool Mexican people where they're making more money than people in the States. They've traveled, they speak multiple languages. Like the real Mexicans, they're not like dumb people. Like they're really intelligent,
Mhm.
men and women. I'd be like, God damn, you know about this? They know about Black history more than you do. Okay? You know, they know about Tupac more than you do. I'm like, wow, you heard of it? Yes. Yeah.
Hold on,
Hmm.
real. What up? What up? Real people, real wealth. He said, "What show was AMS debating passport pros?" He was on. He was on Austin. Holloman had a live stream, and then he had some people come up. I would say towards the end of the live stream, and so AMS pulled up, and then I mean, we had some reputable passport bros that was pretty much, what I mean, breaking it down for him, man, and like he really couldn't counter what they were saying. So, but yeah, it's on Austin Holloman's. I don't know which, I don't know the name of the stream, but it was on his channel.
Right. Right. And I
Fred,
was like, oh, go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
oh no, Fred Moore, what up, bro? He said, "Playa de Carmen is my spot. Always have a great time down there."
Yeah, Playa del Carmen's good. Um, the only bad part about Playa del Carmen, like if dudes strike out and they don't get it, the mango prices are like 200 plus.
He said,
So
"Strike out."
yeah, that's why I don't tell. But here's the thing, and that's why y'all got to hit your boy up. I know where to go in Cancun to get them under 40. Yeah, so yeah. Uh,
so,
let
so
me
are
let
they?
me show let me show
Yeah.
Mexicali really quick.
Uh,
Hold on. Yeah, since I have this open, giving you guys a little preview. Share screen again. I appreciate you letting me do this, bro. Like again, when guys come to our channels and they can see what Passport Bros are about. So this is when I was just laying it out there, you know, just the whole platter, ready to have a good time, you know. Yeah, at the hotel, at the telly, and this is like 45 a night,
uh-huh.
and you can bring it in like clockwork, bro. Yeah, this one shorty coming through,
Oh,
having
whoa.
drinks. Mm-hmm. Ready to go, ready to
Hey.
go. Right, yeah. Some nice legs right there. Yeah. Um, yeah, I gotta be sensitive with this, but this is okay. This is not like rated R. Giving me a nice massage right there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Uh, yeah, just being a king out there. Chicken wings, poolside chilling. Like I don't see none of this from any. Yeah, this is another cutie right there, Mexicali.
Different vibe,
Hmm.
man.
Different vibe. This is me swimming at the Airbnb pool, you know,
And
which can damn near. Oh, go ahead.
these are like non-pros, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That place is literally like a resort. Putting my boy on, barbecuing right here. You're gonna see. Yeah, that's tequila.
Yeah, I think I
But
got
this is me on the grill, dog. All this is like you can get a pound of shrimp
kicking it, man.
for $5, bro. For $5, you can get a
Man,
whole pound of shrimp, right? Yeah. This is
Mexican food already the bomb.
right. Yeah, it is. Hold on. I don't know. My shit froze up or something. Okay, wait. Let me come in right back one more time so I can just show the rest of this.
Let me go through some of these questions. Let me go through some of these questions real quick.
Sure.
So Ash L says you can't lose, player, if you speak Spanish. That's facts. That is facts. How is your Spanish?
Poquito, but más aprende todo días. Duolingo, 20 minutos todo días. Es muy importante para personas mexicanos.
Eso es bueno. Bueno. Yo hablo
Right.
español más bueno, pero tú es bueno también. He said, do you bring cologne?
Do I bring cologne?
Yeah, I don't know if he mean bring it from or to.
Okay,
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
why my screen doesn't want to share again, but you guys get the point. Let me try it one more time because I do kind of want to show these other receipts. Trying to put y'all on. I mean, you can as long as you can get it through TSA.
But
You're
if you going through land, right? If you coming from like San Diego, I mean that's a
uh-huh.
non-issue, right?
Yeah, if you're going through land, yeah, you ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah.
You
When I go to Mexico, I mean I'm gonna go to San Diego and chill, and then I'm gonna probably find another way to get to TJ.
Okay, I don't know why this thing doesn't want to share anymore, but anyways, oh wait, yeah, that's weird. Okay, whatever. Um, but yeah, you guys definitely have options out there. Um, no complaints, and I don't have to play stateside. I don't have to deal with any mess. If I want the GFE experience, I can always do a vacation with my chick. And yeah, like these dating coaches, they'll never show you their lifestyle. Like
Oh my God.
AMS has this girl, like I said, but you never seen her out really with this chick. Lucario the same way. Steve the Dean. I mean, he's riding a bike through a park and he's playing stepdaddy for pussy. Like, come on, bro.
They
Like, stop it.
they fucking pathetic. I could have been a dating coach in the U.S. and showed more receipts. You know what I mean? I could have just went, I could have been to the club picking up chicks at the mall. Like, you know what I mean? Like everybody can't pick up chicks, but I would say for the average passport, bro, like that's clockwork, man. You know what I mean? Like these guys are, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like these guys are pathetic. You know what I mean? Like half of them, I would say most of them, maybe outside of AMS, for who I'm familiar with, like I don't think they that attract. You gotta be attractive for an American standard attractive. You know what I mean? There has to be a level of attractiveness. One, if you don't got that, then everything else is just you gotta have the bag. You know what I mean? Right. Like I was thinking about some guys have a lot to say about going overseas, tricking or not tricking or whatever the case may be. But this is how I look at it, right? And like I'm gonna address like some hating that I've been hearing about going on too. So you got two young, let's say you got some young men in front of you, right? You will travel. One is a passport, bro, and one is just focusing on, you know, getting women through game or whatever that is. When I pull up my travel resume, because at the end of the day, it's about results. I don't care if you got results by paying. I don't care if you got results on how good you look. I don't care if you got results because you had the cheat code, whatever the case may be. So the results men are looking for is, you know, access to sex,
right,
and access to relationships if they want them. So when I put my travel resume up to some young men, I'm gonna say I'm like, okay, this is my resume. I got my passport. I hit these countries up. These are all the women that I had relationships with. These are all the women that I just hooked up with. You know what I mean? I'm married now. Here's her. You know what I mean? And all the things in between. Like this is my resume. You know what I mean? And over the course of time, I smashed this amount of chicks. I put up numbers. You know what I mean? Some guys may not have that goal of pulling up numbers, but that's gonna be my resume. Now, our average dating coach, their resume gonna vary. Their resume might be like, you know, okay, yeah, maybe I make some money, or maybe I'll got in the gym and look a little better. But their dating resume is not gonna look as comparable. It's not gonna compete with mine.
Right. I'm trying to pull up a Lucario receipt on my phone so I can show you guys.
Go ahead.
So yeah. I'm
gonna keep it a bean, like, and I'm just not. I'm not. My dating resume overseas look better than probably most of these entertainers. Most of these dudes that play in sports or in any entertainment. You know what I mean? Your dating resume overseas is probably killing a lot of millionaires. You know what I mean? And I can sit up here and say that, like, I could go head to head with a millionaire, and my dating resume is gonna crush his. Go ahead.
Can y'all see that?
This nigga dusty as hell. He's a dating coach?
That's your boy. That's your boy. That's your boy. Hold on, let me show you another one. That's your boy.
Dang.
That's your boy.
Okay, So he pulled a.
I mean, these are like basic, like below basic.
Okay, I mean, he pulled.
I mean, come on, like really, Doug.
What he
an Asian 4.
What he going to Minnesota or something where interracial dating is like real?
Oh, hold on. Like, come on, Doug. Really, Mr. Lucario? You posting this Baldy? Like, my nigga. What?
That don't mean he smashed. Do you think he smashed all the chicks that he posts pictures with?
probably half. Maybe we'll give him that. Maybe half. But it's like, bro, like that lineup is just weak, bro. Like, come on. And
He
it
lives
costs
in Brooklyn.
$4,000 to see him.
What?
$4,000. Yes.
Man, come on, man. That's man. I could take some guys on a one train or two train in New York City and get them some numbers before we get from Manhattan to Harlem, man.
Right.
Man, this is it's bigger than like if you at the level where you need a dating coach, like you so far behind, like you just might as well just skip that part and just get your passport, like because we done had the women in the US, like that's not you don't need a dating coach to show you the bullshit that men go through that can get women in the US. Like that's just a waste of time.
Right. Right.
He said,
Awesome.
OGIT said, hey, at least they are real women, QB Willie.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you have some of these dating coaches where, they're taking the bussy, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, I don't condone that, but
Mhm.
some dating coaches, like I think John Anthony Lifestyle, which is on the White Manosphere, he admitted to banging two trannies. Horror Maxer, which is the guy that I went after on my last video, he admits to wanting to sleep with a trans. Like,
Hold on, hold on,
basically.
hold on, hold on, hold on. I wasn't prepared for this, bro. Hold on, hold on.
Okay.
How,
Okay.
how hold on. When he so this comment, at least they're real women, he referring to somebody else. No, I'm saying this comment when you say at least they're
Yeah.
real women. So you're saying that somebody, so you're saying it was a different dating coach that was messing with.
Trans. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I
Trans.
mean, catch the chat up because I'm new to this,
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't want
Okay.
them to be thrown off. You know what I mean? Let them know what's
Right.
going on.
So there is a dating coach, John Anthony Lifestyle, who admitted to banging two transformers. Okay. And so when I roast the dating coaches, because that's what I do, um, you know, there have been some dating coaches that go the other way. And we're not judging, but you can't be masculine. Allende is another one. Allende Authentic Alphas. We saw this dude with like five niggas damn near with their things out, bro. Like it was disgusting. Like like something you would never want to see.
And they coaching heterosexual men.
Yes, yes,
Hmm.
yes. And we know Allende, he's a bussy lover. Like,
I
he
don't know.
claims that
I never heard of him. I never heard of him.
he's the guy, the big buff dude from Fresh and Fit that gave them like all the models and stuff, and they had the breakup. That's him,
Mhm.
the dude with the dreads.
Okay, I gotta go back, but yeah, that's wild,
Hmm.
bro. Hold on. Mr. Doctor said, "What's up with the coaches who are flip flopping? They had so much to say about what males do, but now they act like they're discovering something." Yeah, man, they dick ride, man. They dick ride, man. I'm gonna address that. He said, "You are desperate to pay 4,000. What is the success rate for that QB?"
I mean, again, guys look up to these dudes, and they come on. When guys call in, they bully dudes, talking shit. Oh, you ain't shit, this and that. Um, but in reality, they're themselves. It's just guys need to realize, hey, there's another alternative. We have the passport bros. And so we're not as known as them, but we're getting there. And they'll never debate us because they know that we will take over. We will take over their whole subs, their clientele. Everybody would be like, well, damn, QB showing receipts, Rob's showing receipts, Rob's married. this passport coach is Mary. They look like they're having a good time, and I'm seeing nothing from you. And it's how much it is to fly over here, So there's a lot of advantages. And again, guys need to know, hey, you have options, but it's up to you to find those options and explore them. That's what we're here to do, and that's why we have these channels.
No, facts, man. I mean, and like to be honest with you, a lot of the people in the passport bro community, we not really out to make money. Like a lot of we give free information. You know what I mean? Like I can't really make money off of telling the dude to get his passport because once he touched down, it's gonna be so easy. Like I can't nobody package that. It's like once you touch down, it's like clockwork. You know what I mean? But I do think what you got going in Mexico. If you had something like I would definitely pay because that's a country that I wouldn't want to try to figure out on my own. Like I figured out Colombia, Brazil, DR,
right,
even South Africa, but like Mexico, I would really want to. I would really want somebody to hold my hand. You know, what
right,
I mean?
and that's why I'm here. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like a consultation with your boy, unlimited questions on Mexico. Cash at me $50, okay? $50. All right. And then after that, you'd be like, yo, QB, I really want you to come through. We can work on accommodations. But I'm usually like, look, you cover the hotel, slide your boy a daily rate, we're good. Like I got you. But it's not gonna be thousands upon thousands of dollars, and I'm not gonna sell you no damn course. I'm going to give you the real information, but I'm going to put you in a position, like I like to call myself like the offensive coordinator.
Right.
I'm going to call play for you to win, but I need to know how you move. You know what I'm saying? Like if you tell me like, look, I'm not a beach guy, I'm not a party guy, I'm not a drinking guy, well, then I'm not going to tell you to go to certain places to be in those type of environments, So yeah, a lot of guys don't know about Mexico. They don't know how to tap into it, and I'm here to help. If you want that option or you like what you see on my channel.
Nah, facts. You know what I mean? There's a lot of us that's like, we'll make sure like when you touch down, man, like it'll be a regular girl. Like you know what I mean? Like I could like my wife got her family, friends, network, and even just regular chicks I know, like the network is big. Like I had some guys just inbox me, was like, man, I'm not looking for no pay for play. You know what I mean? I'm looking for a regular chick.
Right.
I just sent them a couple of IG profiles, man, to check out and just hit them up. You know what I mean? Because I know, I know their background, I know where they come from. So that's the things I want to help brothers that if they say, you know what, I'm looking for a wife, I'm looking for a girlfriend, and then guys looking for pay for play, like that information is like, you just talk to the people that been there, they can put you on game. You know what I mean? But if you want regular girls, you know what I mean, like especially Colombia, you know what I mean, I definitely I definitely can help you out with that.
Right. And another thing, like I always tell guys, and you know this, bro.
Mm-hmm.
If you want the regular girl experience, yeah, you can get it, but it's going to require some patience. So you got to go somewhere and do a minimum of 5 days. Even 5 might be short, really 7, but a minimum of 5 days. Because I'm going to be honest, when they know that you're from America, you don't speak the language, some girls, not all, okay, but some girls are gonna be like, look, I'm not that easy, like you just ain't gonna dip in me because you're a Black American dude. Like it's just not happening. So that's where it requires the patience. Like when I got my main number 2, I met her off of Bumble. She was like, basically telling me like, look, we ain't gonna be doing that tonight. You know what I'm saying? But she looks good, so like I was willing to see her another time, and like it wasn't a big deal to me. And yeah, I flew her out to Rosarito, and it was a wrap, dog. You know,
Uh,
so yeah, so that's where I'm saying like guys gotta have that patience. You know, if they want the non pro experience.
no, facts, facts. You know what I mean? I don't know your experience in, how should I say this? So there are instances where I met chicks that was virgins. Not
Mhm.
often, but I met chicks that was virgins. So that's something that, don't be surprised if you met a chick that haven't been experienced, you know what I mean, in that department. Not necessarily, you might not meet her online, but let's say if you met her in person or somewhere out, don't be surprised if that happens, you know what I mean, more often than you would see in the US. Um, but like you said, like I've been to a lot of countries, and like some of the it have been a lot of chicks that wasn't letting me, wasn't finna come through, or they wasn't finna like give it up. Like it wasn't easy. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? So I don't want to give the misconception that things are easy, but if you I'll say this. If you in a relationship, if y'all girlfriend or boyfriend, you in there. Like it's
Mhm.
no you in there. You know what I mean? So I used to have girlfriends before I landed. Like maybe we talked for a couple months, and I was just feeling her, she was feeling me, and I was like, you know what I mean, I want you to be my girlfriend before I met her person. Some girls is like on game, like, you know what I mean, guys, we trying to play this, I'm gonna be your boyfriend, and then you get there and smash, and then you change it up.
Right.
I,
Right.
I want to ask you real quick. How was Tinder in Mexico? How was Tinder?
Um, Tinder is great. I would say it works good in Guadalajara, Mexico City. Um, yeah, I would say Guadalajara, Mexico City, Chihuahua. I met a girl off of Tinder in Chihuahua. Bumble works really well in both places. And I would say Veracruz. I smashed a girl off a Bumble in Veracruz. But if you're going to Tijuana, Tinder is not going to really work well because
Hmm.
a lot of them girls are pros in TJ, and it's kind of like for whatever reason, like that's one place where I will be honest, I don't know too many brothers having success with the local women because a lot of Americans live down there and they're like, oh, well, you're like second class citizen because you're living here in Tijuana and you're not in some high rise in San Diego. So,
Hmm.
yeah. But online dating, like I said, in other places that I mentioned in Mexico is great. Culiacan too. You know, you pop open your Tinder, you're gonna get hella fucking matches from
Hmm.
women. Yeah.
That's a good point. I've noticed in different countries at certain cities, I would get more matches on Tinder than other cities. So I mean that's good to know. What's good, Just John? He said, "What's good, bros? Hope y'all are being blessed and are in good health. Appreciate it. Appreciate it." Mr. Dawkins said, "I can respect that these women want guys to take their time, our responsibility to show them we are gentlemen." Yeah, facts, facts. You know what I mean? Some chicks are worth the time, man. You know. Um,
Hmm.
I got some background. But yeah, I wanted to talk about like besides dating coaches, man. I've been hearing a lot of guys. I've been hearing like some hate. You know what I mean? Like especially, well, this is just personal. You know what I mean? Like I've been hearing some things in like some WhatsApp groups of certain guys, man, been saying stuff, man. Like I want to say this, man. Like one thing I noticed, man, and this is for the passport bros, man. Guys that don't travel or can't travel because they finances, you know what I mean, or they took a break in traveling, like they're gonna hate. You know what I mean? They're gonna make excuses like, man, this travel ain't all that's important, man. I got family and this and that to take care of, which is cool. If you got stuff you gotta take care of, if you
Right.
got priorities you gotta take care of, that's cool. But don't get mad at brothers that can continue doing it.
Right.
I don't know how often you able to travel, but I mean, I was pretty much every 45 days on a plane. Every 45 days on the plane. And some guys really was kind of sick, was kind of sick to their stomach about it. You know what I mean? And it's nothing special about me. I just had a type of work situation that allowed me to do it, man. So, I mean, people gonna hate. I know there's some guys. I know there's somebody out there if they watching. If you got something to say, I feel like if you got something to say about somebody, like say it directly to them or pull up. You know what I mean? Because I'm the type of person that, here's the thing, right? I travel a lot, so I run into a lot of people at I run into a lot of people at the airport or passing. So, you know what I mean? If I hear something or something come back, like I'm gonna address you in public, whether at the airport or another country. You know what I mean? So people be trying to hide behind these computer screens. Like you can't really come at people that travel. Travelers can't come back and travel because we're gonna cross paths at some point, especially if you fly frequently. You know what I mean? So So I'm just putting that PSA out there, you know what I mean, about people that got something to say. But I didn't know if you was about to say something, bro.
Nah, a fire truck was passing by, so I didn't want to have that on the stream. But no, that's true. For me, I'm pretty much on the average able to go to Mexico twice a month. My job allows me to work remote part time, which is awesome. I technically can't work in Mexico, so like I literally be at the border at the coffee shop logged in, and then after work, boom, I cross to Tijuana, go catch a flight, and I got so many options to go. It's like, okay, if I want a 2-hour flight, a quick turn up for the cheap, I go to Culiacan. If I want to knock them down, P2P, Mexicali. If I want the vacation, I go see, my chick in Guadalajara. So, again, it's what do you like? What do you feel comfortable? But you have to kind of have to do the work to have these options. Don't just, go to a country for a week or maybe a couple of days and just think, okay, I met Shorty, so I'm gonna come back in 3 months and she's still gonna be up all up on me. Like it's just not gonna happen. You there? I think you're freezing up. Yo, no excuse. All right, we're gonna wait till his internet gets better. If you guys got any questions about Mexico, let me know. I will be roasting another dating coach on my channel. I'm not going to say who, but the name is going to come with no surprise. So y'all are going to y'all are going to be like, "Wow, QB really broke this down, textbook style." So, I hold no mercy on the white manosphere and the black manosphere. Like it's full-fledged. So, no
Somebody
excuse.
had a
Are you
question.
there? Hmm.
Yeah. Somebody had a question. Have you been to Puerto?
Yes. Puerto Vallarta. Yes, I have been there. I'll make another video on Puerto Vallarta. It is lit. It's like the Cancun on the West Coast. I met some cool local chicks at Mandala. Puerto Vallarta is cool. I would recommend going down there late fall, so like November through maybe like January. The weather is perfect out there in Puerto Vallarta. Great seafood. So that place you can come up in PV. We call it PV. So you can come up on that.
PV. Zero to Hero, he said, what would you bros do if you were getting 3,000 passive income?
Yeah.
I think for me, so it depends, right? If you mean like you got a 9 to 5 and then you got like a side business where you're making 3,000 extra, or do you have a business where you got basically 3,000 to spend? So it depends if you got a 9. I don't know if you got a 9 to 5 or not, but for $3,000 a month to use, I mean, you definitely could live in most countries that we frequent. You know, I would. This is what I would do. You know what I mean? I would travel. I would identify a country or two that's your favorite. You know, I would research different cities, see which one you like, and then I would say maybe after spending maybe 1 to 3 months there, cumulative. You know what I mean? I would stack my bread to maybe buy a condo or some land, you know, in a country where you could buy land as a foreigner. So I'm all about having a spot paid for overseas. So if shit was to go left in the US, if I was to lose my job or your income, if you got a place that's paid for, that's like most of the battle. Like you got a roof over your head in another country, and you just got to worry about utilities and food and all that. So any income that you got, I would definitely stack 20 to 30,000, because in a lot of these countries that we travel to, which is typically, you know, on a poorer scale but nice, you know what I mean, you could probably come up on a condo somewhere. I know guys that got condos in Cartagena that then drop 30, 40 bands, you know. So that's what guys should be on. And I know enough men come across that money, you know, within a 1 or 2 year period if they stack. What you got?
Yeah, kind of similar. Like, you know, invest in a property, flip it on Airbnb. You know, if it's Mexico, Cancun is like one of the most visited cities internationally in the world. So, you know, you can get you a condo in Playa del Carmen, something nice for maybe 250. You know, your credit's good, have it financed through a bank here in the States. Buy the property and you're kind of Gucci. I do invest in stocks, so you can do stocks and options to kind of double and triple your money as passive income. And then some of these stocks, they pay you monthly through. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name right now. That's bad. Wow. But anyways, you can definitely invest, and you're gonna be good.
I'm just curious. Why would somebody invest 250,000 in Mexico? I don't see the incentive.
250,000.
You said you could get a condo for 250.
Yeah, you can get a condo for 250. That's like pretty much looking over the ocean.
Hold on, $250 a month or 250,000 to buy?
To buy. So if anything, you get it financed because a lot of people don't have 250,000 cash. So you get it financed, you get it in a good location, and then you just flip it on Airbnb.
That's a good. That's a fair. I mean, that's a market price. I haven't studied the market, but is that a?
Yeah, that's market price because I'm telling you, Playa del Carmen, Cancun, people visit that area year round, like year round.
Okay.
And Cancun is one of the most busiest airports in the world. So that's why like I invest, like I have a stock in their airport, in the Cancun airport. Like I brought shares,
Mhm.
and that's just tripled in the past 5 years.
Okay.
So yeah, it's good incentive. I mean, if you want to open up a business, cool, but if you kind of want your money to work for you,
Mhm.
you know, get a condo and then have a property manager, and it's like, look, you take care of everything. I just want to check. You can do that with ease in Mexico, especially beachfront between Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, Cabo, and even
Mhm.
Rosarito.
Okay. Okay. Real people, real well said. You been to TJ Strip Club, Hong Kong, at Delitas?
The truth, the truth. Hong Kong, I swear to God, that place is. You're gonna be in cloud nine. You're gonna be walking in like you're in a rap video. Like the finest of the finest women throughout all of Mexico work at HK. And I'm going to be honest with you, brothers, okay? Do not get in your feelings. All right. Do not get in your feelings because you will have some Mexican women that they do not like black men. All right. You know, you got to understand that when you cross that border, you got Chad, Tyrone, Larry, Big Ralph. They all going to HK. Jose, um, Amigo, and Pedro and his homies. They all going over there, so they can kind of choose the guy that they like. So for me, I've never really had an issue taking down a girl out of HK. Like I literally walk in there and I'm like, God damn, I only been in here in 5 minutes. And the girl's already grabbing me saying, let's go to the room. And I'm paying the price that I want to pay for. I'm like, look, if you want this, then we got to do this, this, and this. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, yeah, no problem. Whereas some brothers, they actually get turned down, like rejected, like, no, thank you. So I want you guys to have that understanding. Like I'm being real. So when you go to HK, dress nice.
Shout
Don't
out
just
Glover Paper.
wear flip flops, some Jordan shorts, and a white beater, thinking that a baddie's gonna sit in your lap. Like I would say, look presentable, look decent, and you're gonna be good. So Hong Kong is number one, Adelitas is number two, and the same thing kind of applies. I mean, HK, you're gonna see eights and higher in HK. Adelitas is more the sevens and eights, and
Mm.
then Chicago is kind of gonna be 6.5s to about sevens, but they're going to be lenient with the price. And if you're looking for the GFE experience, you got to be honest with yourself. Like if you never had the GFE experience from a 9, then don't expect that coming to Tijuana with a pro. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like, look, Poppy, no más tiempo, dinero por favor.
I mean, I know how Colombia is, man, but I can imagine that Mexico got them enforcers. Like you can't be trying to not pay no chick either, man, because they got them boys, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He said I prefer ace and 10, so HK. Yeah, man. If I'm paying, she gotta be bad, bro. Like I'm not finna pay for no.
Right.
No. She gotta be
Nah,
bad. She gotta be
A-
bad.
HK is like Disney World, bro. Like it's 3 levels of
Mm.
madness. Like, bro, I mean, you will not be disappointed there at all. Like it is this wild wet t-shirt contest. They have the whole whipped cream, girls rubbing each other down on whipped cream. I mean, you just can't go wrong. Like whatever you like, every body type. If you like them slender, they got them slender. If you like them thick, they got them thick. If you like them tall, they got them tall. Um, but I will be honest, HK, the vendors are going to try to hustle y'all. So like they'll put a bucket of beer. I'm giving you guys a free tip. All right, a free tip. So since I'm
Mm.
giving you this free tip, I need you to at least go sub to my channel. Okay,
Yeah,
but
sub to
here's
his channel, man. I'm gonna paste this link again.
right. Okay. Get your boy to 1,000, damn it. But here's a free HK tip. If you go there, okay, they're gonna be like, oh, Amigo, come in, no cover. What they'll do is they'll put a bucket of beer on your table without you really ordering it. Do you know how much that bucket of beer is? That's just about $50, okay? But they
Mm.
know you're in the mood. They know you ain't gonna be like, oh, um, La Manu, K Espresso, you know. They know you ain't gonna fucking ask that. They know you're there for the women. So you need to look at the menu. You need to say, hey, I didn't order this. Like, what are you doing? So it's very important. And then when you buy a girl a drink, it's like triple the amount. So if you got a baddie, you'll be like, look, if you want to go drink, we go up to the room. All right. And the clock don't start until we start smashing. Period. I ain't buying you a drink down here. Maybe one drink. One. But if you know she likes you and you want to continue drinking with her, you tell her, look, we drink in the room, and then the time doesn't start until we start getting it in. That's how you kind of got to work it. So that's like literally 3 tips that I gave y'all for free. And I'm just asking you to sub to the damn channel. And subs are free. So free for free. All right.
Yeah, please sub to QB Passport Flexer, man. We got to get him to 1,000, man. If you haven't subbed to this channel, make sure you sub this channel. So I'm trying to get this channel to 1,000. The No Excuse channel already at 2,000, but I'm trying to get this one up because this one is more. This one is more for the bros. This is the more the locker room talk. You know what I mean? But kind of tailored for YouTube. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they say real people are waiting that I sub to both of you. Y'all the truth. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, bro. I want to comment on this because he brought up a good point. He says, spoiler alert, most top 10s, scorts, or strippers don't like black men. Why 90% are cheap? When I went to Thailand, I noticed that was the first place I noticed that women that are working girls are selective because I'm just like money. I thought money is money in most of these other places. In Thailand, they'll be like, no, because at least in Thailand is typically from what Thai girls say is because of they intimidated by the size of a black man or the perceived notion that a black man is big, so they're typically smaller in stature. It may be other reasons as well. I don't know what the reasons are for if certain Mexicans don't deal with black dudes. But I will tell you this though. This is something my cousin used to tell me when he used to somebody in my family, they used to be in kind of like pimping, he used to have girls, but he didn't want them to smash black dudes.
Oh
And,
wow,
and
really?
the reason why he didn't want them to smash black dudes because black dudes be gaming them. So he didn't want he didn't want he you know what I mean he wanted his girls to smash like easy money. You know what I mean? And he didn't want dudes to be trying to like mac sweet talk because dudes could like take your girl. You know what I mean? So a lot of times they be like, man, don't talk to no black dudes because it be the pimp. You know what I mean? Because they got pimps sometimes. Global Paper said, I'm from Los Angeles equals Mexican and black doesn't mix. He said, John, should you get a private driver or trust Uber and taxi in Bogota? Get nervous about them. All right, so about Bogota, I did 2 videos on Bogota because somebody I know got robbed once
Oh
they got to
shit.
the Airbnb. And
Oh
then there was
damn.
another incident where a white couple got robbed going to their spot from the Bogota airport. So here's my game on Bogota, right? Stay at a reputable hotel. You know what I mean? If I do go to Bogota, Hotel Ibis is like in like downtown area I would go to because the hotel has like a drive-through and it's commercial. So you know what I mean? So it's like a lot of traffic, taxis, you know what I mean? So it's a drive-through. You dropped off in front of the hotel. No one, you know what I mean? No, ain't no motor finna run up in front of like a commercial establishment like that. A lot of people that have gotten robbed, they may have been followed on motos in a taxi and they pull up in this residential area, or maybe they stand in more like a boutique hotel, but it's in a residential area, and it's not really like you just pulling up on the street and there's no cameras really, and you know motos. You know a lot of the robberies, just in case you guys don't know, is via motels. So that's one reason that's one thing I don't like about cities like Bogota and Medellin because there's been a lot of robberies where motorcycles pull up because you can't see them coming a lot of times. But for Bogota, if you stay in like I said, a commercial hotel, like let's say like an American hotel, like a Marriott, a Hyatt, Hotel Ibis, that's more like an economical hotel, spelled IBIS. You know what I mean? They have like a drive-through to turn into. And so you know what I mean? So a motor is not going to follow you to those type of establishments. What they will follow you to if they see you in more of a residential area. But as far as taxi, you want to get the airport taxi, which is the white. Let me see. Look at yellow or white. You want to get the official taxis for the airport. You know what I mean? Don't trust nobody. Get an official taxi. They write down the license plate of the taxi. So that's the safest way. And if you got any other questions, let me know. As far as that. But yeah, if anybody want to pull up, let me know. I'll drop the link again in the chat. You know what I mean? We'll rock out for it.
Yeah, drop the link in the chat.
We'll rock
see
out
who see who wants to pull up. But like, no excuse. I mean, I got a question for you. I mean, what dating coach are you really impressed with their receipts? Like, I can't think of one.
Man,
like AMS. I know y'all niggas are big fans of AMS, and that's cool. But like, we haven't seen AMS's chick, and he's been with her for 3 years. I know she's on the thicker side, but it's like, yo, come on, man. Why are you hiding her, bro? Why are you hiding her?
I don't, you know what I mean? I never looked at him he's more like, I would say this. If every man implemented his viewpoints, you could probably change the dating culture. Because then if all men said, I'm not going to tolerate this, and you gotta have dick discipline. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to say no. You know what I mean? So in order for if every man, I would say this, if every man followed the advice of AMS, Fresh and Fit, or anybody.
Like Donovan, not to cut you off. Like,
What up, bro?
it's kind of sad. Like, if Donovan Sharp had a passport, he wouldn't be married to his woman now. Like, I used to be a huge fan of Donovan Sharp, and I respect him for being an intelligent brother. But it's like, yo, if he would have traveled, he wouldn't be settling with a single mom that's 40 plus. You know, like, I'm sorry, he wouldn't. You know,
Man, you got the dating coaches is one thing, but then you got these man simps, panderers. Like, so I had I hope he watched it, man. Rico. He's a guy. He's came up on a couple of panels. He's been on the antagonist channel cheering him on. You know who the antagonist is. I'm not gonna give him the pleasure of saying his name.
Oh yes, I know who you are. So yeah, I know who you're talking about.
So he's been like, and like, he don't necessarily have no issues with me per se, you know what I mean? But in the grand scheme of things, you know, he supports men being single fathers. He's like, you know, more men should step up to the plate and be single fathers. Not single fathers, be stepfathers. So he's like, he supports being stepfathers, you know, and then you got guys that just want you to suffer. They want you to be rationing, and then the talking point is these guys want to run through. They just want to run through women, right? Mm-hmm. But women want to run through our pockets. So it's like, all right, if you want to run through my pockets, I want to run through you. You know what I mean? It ain't finna be one-way street. You know what I mean? And some of these guys is just like the standards is so low. The standard is so low, and it's just like, and that's why I brought up dating resumes, because this is like, if I look at these guys and I follow their advice, like, at the end of the day, like, I don't have the women I want. I don't have no dignity. There's no dignity being a stepfather for, you know what I mean, for some a chick with a ran through cat. Like, it's no dignity. At least now there's no dignity. It used to be like Kevin Samuels used to say, it used to be honorable to be a stepfather, but in this generation, it's nowhere near that.
Right. So someone left a comment on the areas to avoid in Mex. I would say just don't stay in the bad areas. Like, if you stay at a decent hotel that's probably about, I don't know, 55 and up, you're good. Just don't stay in a bad area. Like, a lot of people don't know, but in Mexico, like, you cannot carry a weapon legally. So, like, guns and knives and stuff, it's illegal. And like I said, I've been to Culiacan over 5 times, and I love that town. And that's considered like the dangerous city of Mexico, like narco crazy. And bro, that town is like, I walk there at night. When you mention to the locals, like, yeah, I heard, Chapo Guzman's from here, and you guys chop off heads and legs and kill people randomly, the people get offensive about that. But like, no, this place is muy tranquilo, which is like very calm. Like, none of that stuff happens here as the media publicize it. Now, again, for the most part in Mexico, as long as you don't mess with, their money and their drugs, which I don't do
Right.
drugs, you're good. You
Right.
are good. If somebody offers you drugs and you don't do drugs, you're like, yo, I'm good. Thank you, but no thank you. That's it. Americans are cash cows.
Oh, that's what I
A
was
lot
going
of
to
these
ask you.
card. Hmm.
That so
Go
it was
ahead.
a scene in Narcos where they say when like a gang or cartel basically sending a message that they're gonna do something to you, they'll send a bottle of a specific liquor, and
Wow.
then I don't know if you caught that, but it was like one of the seasons where you'll send a bottle of a certain type of liquor to the table, and then they know what time it is. So I was just like, okay. When you brought up somebody bought you a bottle, what I mean, I was like, okay, what kind of bottle did they send to you?
Right.
But
Nah, it was top shelf tequila. It wasn't Patron. It was the other kind. I can't think
Patron
of it.
nasty as hell. I know they don't drink. Do they drink Patron in Mexico?
I mean, they do, but there's also other tequilas and mezcals as well. That's a lot better than Patron. I
Okay.
mean, yeah, you have Patron, but tequila white, which is great. Tequila gold, which is also great. But that mezcal, I don't know if you ever had mezcal, but that's fire, bro.
I mean,
That
everybody be pulling up with that, man. I haven't tried. To be honest, I haven't tried it. You know what I mean? For whatever reason. Um,
uh-huh.
Only foreign said, "What about that dude selling the book? Oh, who? What state coach is selling the book?"
Well, I know Lucario is selling a book. I think like looks don't matter. Um, you know, I don't know. I mean, there's so many of these damn dating roaches. You got your boy Prince O, Steve the Dean, Fresh and Fit.
Do you do you,
Uh,
do you consider I mean, I don't consider him a dating coach, but do you consider Satan the Sinner in that category?
he
Or
is a dating coach. He is a dating coach, and I gotta be honest, man. I think Saint the Sinner got a little sugar in him, man. Like he talking about this playerism, ism this, ism that, but I mean, have we seen him come home with like a Vegas baddie talking about clapping cheeks? Like we haven't seen that from him.
no, I mean,
Uh,
as far as female receipts, I haven't seen. Only thing I would say that I give him props to is that what I mean, like fitness, like the fitness encouragement he got for guys, like what I mean, like he definitely
yeah, they're all fitness gurus. Him, Austin Dunham, FitX Fearless, like they're these buff ass niggas. And no offense, they're kind of short, but they don't show no receipts. FedEx Fearless has been in Colombia for a long time. I heard this guy got rejected by pros in Colombia. Real talk.
who
FitX Fearless. FedEx Fearless. When they did that red pill retreat in Miami, it was cringe. Awesome Dunham had to highlight him like with these old, like I ain't gonna lie, they're like our mama's age, you know what I mean? Like 65, 60,
Mhm.
like showing them love. He put that in his highlight video, bro. I'm just like, nah, bro, you don't put that in the highlights, dog. Not your
So,
mama's age. You know what I'm
so who
saying?
is it? So it was. I don't know the name, but it was some dudes that was in Colombia. They was like in shape, fit dudes, and they was going through the mall and just getting plenty numbers. Is that them or that's somebody else?
I think it's them. I think it's them. But again, okay, numbers cool, for cloud, but like I want to see the dates. I want to see holding hands. I want to see old girl like backing it up on you. Like you ain't got to show all the kissing and the smashing part, but it's like the number is kind of for cloud. Like I'm sorry, man. You know, it's like she can be paid low key. Like come on, like you got to step it up a little bit. Because guys gonna be like, look, if you're selling this product for X amount of money,
Mhm.
I want to see something a little bit more than just getting the number from a local chick at the mall. Steph is Cold is another one, yeah. And supposedly Steph is Cold sent for like a BBW.
I,
So
I
all
think
these
I
fitness
seen.
buff niggas, they're able to sell their product because of their body. You know what I'm saying? But we know
Mm.
you being a buff nigga don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
it's
what
irrelevant.
that's what somebody. That's what one of the homies said one time, man. He was like, you can't if you. He was like, if you got the Drake effect, you can't use that to convince guys of getting girls because the Drake. He used Drake as an example. The Drake effect means that you could just pull up and just, what I mean, just have your way. Like the average guy don't have the Drake effect. You know what I mean? So like I feel like I'm a regular guy, you're a regular guy. It's guys
Well,
that
I
go ahead.
kind of hold on, Rob. Like I'll be honest, and I gotta probably have to drop some black pill knowledge on you.
Uh-huh.
You're 6'3", okay?
Mhm.
So by default, you're not the regular guy because you're above height, all right? And if you go to um, Colombia, the average height of a male is what, like 5'5", maybe 5'4"?
Mhm.
How tall is the dude in Colombia? Because in Mexico, I think it's 5'7".
I mean, they're not tall. I mean, it might be like 5'7", 5'8".
Okay, so you being 6'3", I'm being 6'4". Even here in the States, that's above height. So you're not the regular dude. And a lot of women are attracted to guys with height. And then, you're black. So, you know, you got to add that into the mix and you're not overweight. So, no, you're not the regular dude. Um, but these dudes, like I've seen FedEx Fearless did like a cold approach in Colombia, and the bitch was like, "Nah, like you got too much muscle." Yeah, he showed that shit. But if he
Wow.
was taller, if he was above 6 feet, maybe. But them
Mm.
bitches were like, "Nah, I don't like you. I'm sorry." So all that buff shit. Not saying that you should go in the gym and not get yoked like you should have
Mhm.
some muscle and definition to you, but it doesn't need to be excessive.
Right.
And hmm right, right.
So so objectively, let's say a dating coach was like, all right, I'll concede that you'll have more options overseas, but should you still position yourself for both options, whether it's the US or overseas? You know what I mean? Whether it's getting in shape or getting your money up.
um Options overseas, but hold on, let me just take a 2-minute break really quick. All right.
All right, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Yeah, let me know if y'all got any travel questions in the chat. Let me catch up. Global Paper said go to Europe and tell them girls you are from Africa and see how much play you will get. So I get his point. I will say that I mean being American get you in a lot of door with a lot of countries, a lot of women. There is still some racism in some of these countries. I mean, I don't travel to Europe. I don't really advocate Europe. You know what I mean? I typically advocate countries where there was slavery, typically where a lot of black people were enslaved. So a lot of countries in South America, Dominican Republic, and then you could go straight to the continent. And then also you got countries that's more friendly like Southeast Asia. So yeah, you're gonna get some areas where you know you might not have as much options as like a white guy, for example. But yeah, you good? Oh, you on mute.
All right, there we go, Rob. All right. Yeah, get your money up, but you don't need to compete with women in the States. Like, you don't. For what? For what? I'm gonna be honest. It's like if I meet a girl in the States, which it's not hard to do in my opinion, but it's
Mhm.
like I'm gonna keep it real. It's like, hey, if it's pretty much not a one night stand, like I don't really care to date you.
Right.
Like I don't care to do dating. I rather take my girl on a date and Max. Like I don't want to be excessive with you. It's like you like me, I like you. Let's do the damn thing and move on. That's it. So you don't need to have both. You
Mhm.
can grind and get your money here, be disciplined, not go out, not open up your Tinder, and then save that money to go take a trip somewhere and have the time of your life. That experience in another country does not compete to dating here in the States. It doesn't. So that's why a lot of passport bros, they really don't do both. They don't really, dip between, you know, USA women and foreign women. They kind of stick to just one. Like, look, I'm gonna grind my ass off. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna be disciplined, and then when I hop on that airplane and get off that airplane, it's lights, camera, action. Period.
Right. I would say the most important thing you can do to impress a foreign woman is to be able to be there often. That,
Hmm.
that's the most impressive. You know what I mean? If you only could travel once or twice a year, you know what I mean,
Hmm.
they're not really impressed with that. But if you there like
Right.
six times a year, 9 times out a year,
Right.
that's what gets their attention.
Right. So that's where like you guys have to find that country to where you can travel frequently, and like I said, for me, since I'm out here on the West Coast, being in Max, I'm able to get out here often, and that's minimum twice a month.
Mhm.
If you're on the East Coast, you go to Colombia or something, that's minimum what somebody flying in from Florida or I don't know, NY, you can get out there the same thing probably twice a month.
Mhm.
So that's where you want to use that to your advantage.
Right, right. So yeah, I want to get ready to close, man. But I'm gonna ask you this question, and you can kind of
Hmm.
answer that and leave your closing thoughts.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about Mexico for because guys, I may want to know. So,
Right.
traveling within Mexico, airlines, airports, and prices. How can people move around in Mexico? To different cities if they want to check out different cities.
Right. So if you're on the West Coast and we're talking Cali, Oregon, Nevada, Arizona, your main airports, and even Washington and Oregon, your main airports is going to be Tijuana and Mexicali. Uh, Flying out of Tijuana to other destinations in Mexico is going to be fairly cheap. Okay. You can sign up for the Valeri's membership, $40 a month, and you can get $20 tickets one way, though, for that amount, $20. Okay. Like I said, I could have went to Cancun one way for 23, and I can do that every month. You know what I mean? Coming back, paying the normal fare is probably about 80, maybe a little less than 100, depending on the time of the year, from a place like Cancun. If you're in the Midwest, in the South, like Houston, Chicago, your best bet is going to like Guadalajara, Mexico City. You can do round trip tickets to those areas for about maybe 200, 250. But once you get to an area like Guadalajara, Mexico City, let's say you want to go to Veracruz, you can swing that from Mexico City probably about $80 round trip, which is not bad. If you're on the East Coast, you're pretty much looking at Mexico City or Cancun for a good deal. And if you go to Mexico City, you can go to Oaxaca, really reasonable, or like Puebla for about $80 round trip. And the same thing with Cancun to Chiapas, or Puerto Escondido for the same amount. So it all depends on what area you're in. Since I'm in the West, like I have a huge advantage. You know, I don't have to fly to Tijuana. I can walk across and be in Tijuana, and that's $0. Okay. But Mexico has a lot of options, highly overrated. I mean, the country is literally 75% of the size of Europe. Okay. So even though guys hit me up and like, oh, all you go was in Mexico, like, yo, Mexico's like literally not even a country, but a continent. All right. It has 32 states. It's huge, almost like the USA. And there's a lot of states and cities to go and see. So once you get in Mexico, it's very reasonable. But if you guys are just looking to go to a specific destination, look at the Mexican airlines that fly in your city, and you can get a reasonable price depending on the year. And that's the 411 I'm flying throughout Mexico.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good, man. So yeah, I posted his channel in the chat. I see a question said, "Do you have an email? I can reach out to you."
Yeah, ask him. Does he have an Instagram? Because then you can, let me put my IG. I'm gonna put it in a private chat. If you hit me up
Okay.
on IG, I'll give you like the private email because I got haters and spammers. So if you got
Okay.
an Instagram, just send me a little message and then we can chop it up via email or leave a comment on my channel. And then I can give you my email and then we can kind of go from there.
Okay.
Either one, but that's the IG. Just send me a little message. And you want 411 on Max, like I got you.
Okay.
Solar the
Cool.
Traveler in the house.
Yeah. When you just know when you message somebody on IG, follow them first, so your
Hmm.
message won't go to the spam folder. Follow them first, then send a message. You know what I mean? So it won't go to the spam folder. What up, Solo Traveler? What's good? What's good? What's good? All right. He said he will leave a comment.
Okay, cool. Yeah, leave a comment, and then yeah, okay. He said check your IG is private. Okay, I'm gonna check it right now, player. Yeah, just leave me a comment, and then we can definitely talk, chop it up. But go ahead, Rob. I didn't mean to cut you off, dog.
Oh no, you good, man. You can't be a YouTuber and have a private IG, man. People want to.
I know, I know, I know. I'm gonna change that fairly soon. Um, what I need to do is just make a IG of Passport Flexing because I get a lot of spam, dude. Like I get a ton of spam. That's why I kind of made it private.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Just John said, what other countries are in y'all bucket list, man? Hey, if yeah, please subscribe to the channel, drive and subscribe. If y'all feeling generous, you know what I mean, support via Cash App, no excuse ENT. This channel isn't monetized yet, so if you can support, much appreciated. For me on my bucket list, next year I always wanted to go to Monte Carlo, which is outside of France. I always wanted to check that out. That's on my bucket list. I plan on hitting some countries in Africa like Zimbabwe, Botswana, and I don't really have a lot. You know what I mean? My travel is like there's a lot of guys that hit different countries. I'm the traveler that's kind of known for traveling to a lot of cities in different countries. So those that don't know, um, I've been to 13 cities in Colombia, 14 cities in Brazil, 4 cities in South Africa. I've been to like 8 different cities in DR. So like I just like to focus on specific countries and just hit all the major cities in those countries. So, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Do you have a bucket list of countries?
Yeah, so December, I'm probably going to go to Ecuador, Guayaquil, and then
Okay.
Montanita Beach for about 3 weeks. That's what I'm looking at because, like, to fly there, leaving out of Mexico City, it's like $185, which is great. My first choice was really Argentina. I saw Aces live in Argentina, but man, Argentina wants like 2K, to go out there. I'm like, man, I'll go do Argentina another time. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's looking like Ecuador in December.
Okay, Ecuador. Okay, so y'all should
Hmm.
consider Tel Aviv. Okay, okay. I'm definitely going to expand my list, but it's more going to be dependent on like what the wife might want to do. She might want to visit some countries, and then I'll go and I'll do content out there. But just for things that I want to visit, is primarily in Africa. I typically focus on countries where I could live, or where I think brothers could live. You know what I mean? So I kind of try to visit countries that have that's more beneficial to generational wealth and starting families and stuff like that. But more or less, let me see some more comments.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. QB, do you accept consultations? I want to go to Mexico in December to either Las Cabos or Puerto Vallarta. And also, how much?
Yeah. So I've been in both places. Cash App your boy $50 for the whole hour.
Mhm.
I'll give you the rundown on both. So just hit me up. I got you. Cash App 50. Cash App is $ QB Passport Flexin. They hit me up and I got you. I'll give you the rundown on both places, no problem.
Oh, fact. Yeah, that's love, man. I mean, I've been
That's real love.
I mean, it's been guys, man, and I appreciate. There's been guys that hit me up, man. And it's just like, I respect your time, and they'll throw me a cash app. Like I really don't have a price. I just be like, man, whatever you want to donate. But they'll look out, man. So it's good that y'all respect black men time, because a lot of times we don't have that in our culture, respecting a person's time and
Yep, yep,
expertise.
yep.
So
It's just like that. Let me hold on. I'll bring it up on the screen. But yeah.
okay.
So if you can see that, that's it right there. QB Passport Flexin. Is it coming in clear or?
I mean, I could see your username and your logo. So if they put it in right, they should be able to see.
Yeah, $QB Passport Flexin. No, yeah, he has it right. He has it right. That's it. That's it. Hmm.
Okay,
You
cool,
you can
man.
hit me up this weekend. You want to do the consultation? DM me. I did send the email in the chat. Um, I'll get you going right away, man. No problem.
Okay, cool, man. Well, yeah, I definitely appreciate you coming up, man. anytime, man. You know what I mean? You welcome to pull up if you tuned in, man. So,
Right. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You hold it down on you know whose channel, the poser. I don't even want to say his name on the stream too, bro. But we're fighting a war on two battles. We got the black feminists, which again, I've never preached or dislike black women because black women are women. You know what I mean? Like women are the same no matter the race. Okay. And then we got them damn dating coaches. So we're fighting two battles. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Oh, he said Cash App's not available. Do you accept PayPal? Yeah, so that email that I sent you in the chat, that is my PayPal. I do Apple Pay, but you know, send me a comment on my page or something. If you can't do the Cash App, but PayPal, yes. And it's that email that I left you in the comments section. So that's the link or the email to my PayPal account. So yeah, I got PayPal. But anyways, yeah, bro, like we're fighting two battles. Two battles. The black feminists and the dating coaches. And I'm telling the black feminists, you need to ask Passport Bros this question. What is it that a black queen can do to make you settle with a black queen in the United States? And I told him, look, it's simple. You got to make more money than me, and you got to be willing to get married with no license, so I don't lose all my shit. And a lot of them is like, oh, you just want to use girls in their youth and this and that. I'm like, yo, liability. I can get me something younger, less miles across the border. So what's the
Right.
incentive? That's what you're competing. Okay. I can settle down with any type of girl, white, black, Hispanic, here in the States, no problem. But again, I'm going to run down the list: overweight, feminist, in debt, single mother, or the combination of the four that I just mentioned. So you have to throw me an incentive. Like,
Right.
okay, we're going to do this and we're not going to get married. And I'm going to make sure that I'm going to take care of you sexually and any other way that you want me to do, period. If not, I have my options across the border and I'm satisfied with those options, and you can't compete with those options, period. And I don't have to shame you. I'm just letting you know what I got on the table.
Right.
Okay? Period.
No,
Yeah.
facts, man. Facts, man. Yeah, I had to keep it real with them, man. You know, they can't out argue me.
Mhm.
They out argue me, man. But
Right.
yeah, man. But yeah, appreciate you coming up, bro. Like I said, anytime, man.
No doubt.
We'll definitely link and collab again. So
Right. All right. Show Kane, hit me up on the PayPal on that email. Let me know what's good, and then yeah, we'll do a consultation and go from there.
all right, cool, bro. But yeah, man, there you have it, man. That was QB Passport Flexing, man. If anybody have trouble getting in contact with him, my Instagram pages are you could send messages to as well if you want to get in contact to him, either at Passport Bros Podcast or No Excuse ENT. If you want to get in contact with him or me. Solo Trust, and I got to do something with QB again. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, but y'all enjoy y'all Friday. Upcoming streams. I'm doing a stream. I'm doing a couple streams next week. I'm interviewing a brother. He just did a 10-country tour in Africa. And then also I'm gonna have Big Mike, which does the annual Halloween events in the Dominican Republic. So stay tuned next week and hit the notification bell. Those streams are on the homepage on the channel page, homepage. So make sure you tune in for that next week. And I'm gonna have a special something. I'm gonna have a female I'm gonna interview. She's an alpha female, and we're gonna talk about how she feels about brothers traveling overseas. So that should be a good one. Yeah. He doesn't want to put his email in the chat, but you can get his email through Instagram. So you can either reach out to me or you can reach out to his Instagram page for his email. If you want to put your email in the chat. Okay, you said you sent it? Okay. I just want to make sure y'all good. So either way, we'll make sure you get the information you need. Reach out to me, or you can reach out to him, or you can try to reach out to him if you don't have no success. But all right, fellas, man, y'all enjoy y'all weekend, man. Be safe, man. Peace out.
Yeah. Got the flight book, it's a library. I'm in the deal. Just took a flight to Bora and foreign cars like foreigners. Berry on her. Up in France, bitch, poncho. I been come to go so we going Paris tomorrow. Only Paris we carry, spin at the mall. We doing the same alone. My diamonds be saying, add some more change. That's the same alone. Dripping all the way from home and taking the wrong. Got the flight book, it's a library. We ain't flying solo. Tune in to the show. It's the Passport Bros. No excuse entertainment. Jay Slay on the show. Turn it up some more. It's the Passport Bros.